Hi friends, this is Navjot Singh, RCIC once again for our students who intend to come to Canada and they want to know what are the requirements to apply for a study visa or get admissions in colleges or universities in Canada. So just to let you know, there are a few things that you really need to take care of. There are about 6-7 things which are very critical. Number one is obviously your current academic scores. So the latest attended college, whether you have done grade 12 or you've done bachelor's, what are your scores, what are your academic results are very, very important, because they become a base to get admission into one of the, better the results, you can get better college admissions to better colleges and better universities. Point number two is your ability to pursue studies, which means how much command do you have on language, which is English or French. Depending upon your language, you can choose a college. So there are colleges which impart education in English language. There are colleges that impart education in French language. So whatever your competency is, based on that, you can choose the college. But you need to be having a high level of English or French language competency. So when I say high level means, so there is an average level and there is a high level, which is actually judged by various language testing programs like IELTS or Duolingo or CELPIP. So any of those tests can help you give an idea that what is your level of language ability. So ideally, IELTS is one of the most common ones that students know, and you actually need 6 each in every competency, that is reading, writing, listening and speaking, and overall it has to be 6.5 or more. This is basically for undergraduate programs. So if it's a graduate program, ideally you should have overall 7 and 6.5 in each competency. So that considers to be a good level of English language competency to get admissions into colleges, right? So this is very critical. And you would, I don't know, one big thing, even visa application actually identifies that. So there is a student direct stream and there's a non-student direct stream. So if a student is having a language ability less than 6 each, he does not qualify for student direct stream. And the success rate of getting a visa, a study visa, is much more if you apply through a student direct stream. So in today's video, I'm primarily talking about student direct stream because that's where most of the students come. About 80% plus students these days are come through SDS route, especially from countries like India, Pakistan, Vietnam, Philippines, China, right? So they are all SDS countries. Secondly, as I said, that IELTS score is the second thing. The third thing is you should have access to the funds. Funds should be at disposal. Whether it is funds, you are being supported by your parents, or you are taking a student loan, or both. Rather, I always recommend that even if your parents can support your studies, I always encourage them to probably take an education loan along with that, based on their fixed deposits or something, so that actually you have double money at disposal. So which means that you get the student loan, which is totally unencumbered, and you can use those funds exclusively for this purpose. So that helps in 2 ways. One, getting admission in college becomes easier because college gets to know that you have a separate fund available with you. You can easily pay off your tuition fee for first full year. You can pay off for your GIC. I'll explain you what is GIC, but the tuition fee is tuition fee for the college. That is the first year fee that you need to pay for SDS. So having funds, access to the funds, whether it is parental funds or it's the funds from the bank, is very, very crucial in order to start your application or in order to think of coming to Canada for study. Apart from that, I just mentioned what is GIC. So GIC is nothing but it's a fixed deposit in Canada that students will use for their living. So there is a cost of living. When you come here, you stay somewhere and you go to the college, you transit between your residence and your college, you use a mobile phone, you need to get grocery for your grocery and the food. So all that primarily is, so Canadian immigration wants to ensure that you have enough money to support yourself during the first year. So there's a $10,000 of GIC that you have to make in order to come here. And so that you get back every month about $800 to $1,000 you can get back from the GIC in order to support your living. I can do a separate video to tell you about what are the kind of costs that a student has to bear while he or she is studying here on per month basis. So probably that will take another video to give you a brief idea about that. Another thing, so in this video, we were talking about the requirements to come as a student. So I've already told number one is IELTS, number two is your academic results, number three is having access to the funds, which is paying the full year tuition fee, opening a GIC, and then there are two more things which are critical. Number one is your ability to pursue studies. Either you have a letter of recommendation from your teacher or the principal who talks about you, who gives you a letter which says that Mr. X or Mr. Y was our student and he or she was a brilliant student, and she was open to learning, she had a positive attitude. I mean, that letter of recommendation certainly helps at both stages. The stage number one is to seek admission into a college, and the step number two is to get a visa to come here to study. So both these decision makers, if they have a good letter of recommendation in front of them and a good statement of purpose in front of them, they'll be able to make a decision very easily whether they want to give you admission or whether they want to give you a visa or not, right? So folks, letter of recommendation and statement of purpose is very, very critical. So in statement of purpose, I can do a separate video to let you know about what actually constitutes to make a good statement of purpose. However, we at StepWise Immigration, we certainly help you refine your statement of purpose. You still need to make a statement of purpose, but then when it comes to us, we look at it from the angle the officer looks at it, and then help you amend that statement of purpose so that you get better results, whether it is about admission or it's about getting a visa. I hope this video will be very informative for you in order to know what are the requirements for students to come here and study, and this might help you prepare for your future goal of coming here and studying and then becoming a permanent resident. Good luck. Have a good one. Thank you very much.